My name is Hira. I am 26 years old. I have been married to Seima for 2 years. We live a simple life together. We are not rich, and we are not poor. We have enough. And for me, that was always enough. Seima is a quiet man. He does not talk much. He listens more than he speaks. People respect him because he is calm and honest. He does not argue. He does not show anger. When he speaks, his words are clear and gentle. In our home, life is peaceful. We wake up early. We eat breakfast together. Seima goes to work, and I take care of the house. In the evening, we sit together and talk about small things. Sometimes we laugh. Sometimes we sit in silence. That silence never feels heavy. I always felt safe with him. When I was worried, he noticed. When I was tired, he asked me to rest. He never raised his voice at me. He never made me feel small. With him, I felt respected. Our families knew Seima as a good man. They trusted him. They listened to him. I was proud to be his wife. I believed our life would stay this way, quiet, simple, and strong. I did not know that soon, Seima would face a choice. A choice that would test his courage. A choice that would show me what kind of husband he truly was. A few weeks later, we went to a family gathering. Many relatives were there. The house was full of voices and laughter. I wore a simple dress and sat quietly beside Seima. At first, everything felt normal. Then the comments began. One woman looked at me and said, "She is very quiet. Does she ever speak?" Another smiled and added, "She did not study much, right? Girls like this stay silent." They laughed softly. I felt my face grow warm. Someone else said, "In our family, daughters-in-law should be smart and confident. Silence looks weak." I lowered my eyes. My hands started to shake. I did not know what to say. I wanted the floor to open and hide me. I felt small, like I did not belong there. I looked at Seima. He was sitting quietly. He heard everything. His face was calm, but he did not speak. He did not stop them. He did not look at me. My heart sank. I told myself, maybe this is normal. Maybe this is how families talk. But the words hurt. Each one felt heavy. I felt ashamed, even though I had done nothing wrong. I stayed silent, just like they said I always did. When we left the gathering, I did not say anything. Seima walked beside me, quiet as always. But inside me, fear was growing. I wondered something I was afraid to ask. If they spoke against me again, would my husband ever speak for me? The next day, Seima went out to meet some family members. I stayed at home. My heart felt heavy. I could not forget the words from the gathering. They stayed in my mind like sharp sounds. When Seima came back in the evening, he looked tired. He sat down quietly. I brought him tea and waited. After some time, he spoke. "They talked to me today," he said. My heart started beating fast. "What did they say?" I asked softly. He looked at his cup and replied, "They said you should change. They said you are too quiet. They said I should control you." The words hurt, even when he said them calmly. I stayed silent. I did not know what to say. Inside me, fear was growing. I had seen many men choose their families over their wives. I had seen women lose their voices slowly. Seima continued, They said this is how families work. I looked at him. My eyes felt wet. And what did you say? I asked. He did not answer at once. He sat quietly. The room felt very still. I felt like my whole life was waiting for his next words. In that moment, I was afraid. Afraid that he would agree with them. Afraid that he would ask me to change. Afraid that he would choose peace over me. I lowered my eyes and held my hands together. I whispered to myself, "Please don't choose them." I did not know yet that Samer was standing at a crossroad. And whatever he chose next would change our marriage forever. 2 days later, we were invited again to a family meeting. I did not want to go, but Samer said calmly, "We should go together." The room was full of people. The same relatives were there. I sat quietly beside my husband. My heart was beating fast. I felt small again. One man spoke loudly. "Samer, we talked to you already. Your wife must change. She is too quiet. She should learn how to speak." Another woman added, "Yes. This is not good for the family." I lowered my head. I waited for Samer to stay silent again. But he did not. Samer stood up slowly. He did not raise his voice. He did not look angry. His voice was calm, but strong. "My wife does not need to change," he said. "She is quiet because she is kind. Silence is not weakness." Everyone became quiet. "She respects me," he continued. "She respects this family. I chose her as she is. And I stand with her." I felt my breath stop. "She is my wife," he said. "If you cannot respect her, you cannot respect me." No one spoke. Faces looked shocked. Some looked angry. Some looked confused. I looked at Samer. My eyes filled with tears. I could not believe what I was hearing. In that moment, something inside me changed. For the first time, I did not feel small. I did not feel weak. I felt protected. My husband had made his choice. And he chose me. After that day, things changed. Some relatives stopped calling Samer. Some stopped visiting our home. When we met them outside, they spoke less. Their smiles were cold. I could feel the distance growing around us. One evening, Samer came home quiet. More quiet than usual. "Did something happen?" I asked. He nodded slowly. "They think I disrespected them," he said. "They say I chose my wife over the family." His words hurt me. Because it was true. He had chosen me. Life became harder in small ways. Some doors closed. Some people turned away. Samer did not complain, but I could see the weight on his face. I could see how tired he felt at night. Guilt filled my heart. I thought, if I was different, if I spoke more, if I changed myself, maybe he would not have to suffer like this. One night, I cried quietly. Samer heard me and came closer. "Why are you crying?" he asked. "This is because of me," I said. "You lost people because you chose me." He held my hands gently. "I did not lose anything important," he said. But still, I felt heavy inside. His choice gave me respect. But it also gave him pain. And that pain hurt me more than the insults ever did. I wondered if love should cost so much. I did not know yet what Samer would say next. That night, Samer sat beside me on the bed. The room was quiet. I could still feel the weight in my chest. I don't want to be the reason you lose your family, I said softly. I never wanted this. Samer looked at me with calm eyes. Hira, he said, listen to me. I looked at him. Love is not only about keeping peace, he said. Love is about respect. And marriage is about protecting the dignity of your partner. I stayed silent. I listened. If someone hurts you, he continued, and I stay quiet, then I am wrong. A husband must protect his wife. Not with anger, but with truth. His voice was gentle, but his words were strong. They asked me to control you, he said. But you are not something to control. You are my wife. You are my equal. Tears filled my eyes. I chose you because you are kind, he said. Because you are honest. Because you respect yourself and others. Silence does not make you weak. It makes you peaceful. He held my hand. I did not choose you instead of my family, he said. I chose what is right. And that choice has a price. But I am not afraid of that price. In that moment, I understood something very important. Samer was not just a good man. He was a brave man. His strength was not loud. It was quiet, just like mine. And for the first time, I truly understood what love meant. After that night, I thought a lot about my life. I thought about my fears. I thought about my silence. And I thought about Samer's choice. I realized something important. He did not choose the easy way. He did not choose quiet peace. He chose respect. The next morning, I spoke to him with a steady voice. I want you to know something, I said. I am not ashamed anymore. And I will stand with you. He looked at me and smiled softly. Life did not become perfect. Some people stayed distant. Some never changed their minds. But our home felt stronger than before. Our bond felt deeper. I started speaking a little more. Not loudly. Not to please others. But to be honest. Samer listened to me the same way as always, with respect. We learned to walk together. When life became hard, we held each other. When people judged us, we stayed calm. When fear came back, we reminded each other why we chose this path. I understood then that love is not about silence. It is not about fear. It is about standing up for what is right. Samer chose me. And I chose him too. Because a good husband does not choose peace. He chooses what is right. And a strong wife does the same. By standing beside him. Without fear. Should a husband stay silent to keep peace, or speak up to protect his wife? Share your thoughts in the comments.